Hello, everyone. I am coming on live today to share some more about the women's circle that I was guided to create and facilitate. And it's Soul Aligned Sister Sanctuary. And I'm calling it SASS for short. And if you have any questions, put them in. I see Wide Sky has put some questions in, and I will get to those in just a minute. I'm going to do my little spiel that I have planned for. Make sure I cover the pieces that I wanted, that I thought you might be curious about. And that is that this will be like a series of gatherings. It'll be twice a month, usually around the 15th and the 30th, but you will know in advance when those are. And the first session will be coming up this Sunday on the 14th. I did have it on Monday, but I had to move it back to the 14th on Sunday because it turns out I have to work next week. I work part-time as needed, so had to make some changes there. But the series of gatherings will revolve around all things healing, of course. That's why we're here and no longer a people pleaser. We want to heal. And in these gatherings, I will be leading you through exercises and practices and rituals even that we can do on a daily basis that help us peel away the layers of our onion to build a safety, a feeling of safety, and build connection. And we can start out building that connection with each other inside this SASS container. And then as you grow into your resilience and your courage to do it out in the real world among non-spiritual people or less spiritual or non-light workers. In the movie Harry Potter, we call it muggles. But this container, the SASS container, will help you build that authenticity muscle. And it will be a journey. Let's see who is here. Under the Wide Sky. And we already have some questions. And so I'll get to those in just a second. We will be incorporating from the mental bodies, our emotional bodies, our spiritual bodies, each one of these. And there will be some homework, at least a little bit, because that's the idea, is to get you into the practice of doing things every day. That's what it means to be devoted to your spiritual practice. That's what it means that is how you heal, to incorporate these things that help you heal every single day. And of course, I'll be inviting you to do these things for homework. It's not going to be strict. There's nothing you need to pass or anything like that. And I will be also inviting you to develop your own rituals and a frequency around that I'll talk about more during the gatherings, because these things reinforce your dedication to healing. I'll be talking about introducing ways to replace old habits with the new habits that are healthy and help you grow as a good communicator. And I will be introducing techniques for embodying what you affirm to bring into your experience. Because we can say affirmations all day long, but unless we actually embody those affirmations, feel them, and believe them, then they're not going to help us. We have to embody what we are affirming. There will be tangible objects that I can use to help grow and build your confidence in your voices and in your choices. And for our first gathering, our affirmation is going to be around, I am safe to be seen. And this is all really about you being comfortable seeing yourself. And so this first gathering will be setting the foundation for feeling safety and trust for each participant so that you feel comfortable in sharing and feeling heard. So we're going to have all the things. We're going to, ground in each session. And so we'll probably do a short meditation. And I'm also certified in yoga as a yoga teacher. So I get into the breathing techniques, and they can always help us. And there's lots of advantages to those. But there's going to be so much packed into each one of these gatherings that will help us. I'm going to be incorporating sacred geometry. I know in the first session, I want to incorporate the tree of life, the healing energies of these sacred geometries. I want to use from time to time colored light, the visualization and just the use of it, calling it in. For example, there's an affirmation that I like to use, or a practice that I have memorized, and it goes something like this. I call in and I flood the earth and humanity with the golden flame of Christ consciousness, compassion, and peace from the heart of God and the great central sun, for example. So we will be using some colored light practices and maybe some crystal grids. I do those in my personal life as well. And maybe, because it's fun, we might throw in some oracle cards during some of these S.A.S.S sessions. So that is my spiel, and I wanted to make sure I got all of that out. And I'm going to look at the questions now. Let's see, I changed my lighting in here too, and I am getting to these questions. I promise you I am not trying to avoid it. But I have a big sliding glass window here. So it's really big, and I have it covered with the white vertical blinds, but I've been here 1 year and 3 months, and it is just so blinding. It's like the reflection, the sun comes, at the latter part of the day is down on this side after about lunch on, and that white color just reflected that brightness from that sun, and it was almost unbearable for me. But now I have, and it's very pretty too. I want to show you. I'm going to try to show you real quick. The drapes are real pretty. I got them online, and it was very reasonably priced. Let's see if I can show you how pretty these are. Yeah, I was surprised at what low cost it was. And it's like a double door, so it's pretty big. So there we go. Anyway, so that, okay, now my light changed on the left side. I don't know what that's about. I shouldn't have messed with the computer. Anyway, I'm taking more risk these days. Okay, so let me get to the questions. Wide sky, under the wide sky. This is our friend. I hope it's okay to say your name. Let me know in the comments if it's okay to say your name, or should I just call you Under the Wide Sky? And Under the Wide Sky asks, okay, her name is Jeanette, and she has been watching some of the No Longer a People Pleaser videos, and she is on the live today, and she's got questions here. Let's see. How did you come up with the idea and name for SASS? Well, I originally came up with the idea for a women's circle because my personal guides were guiding me to be open to uh, spiritual friends, like-minded people that I could have a camaraderie with and just have a friend circle. So that's kind of how it started. And then, I don't know, I just got sparkmentally inspired to call it Soul Aligned Sister Sanctuary. And then I went, oh, wait, that's an acronym. And of course, acronyms are one of my favorite things. And it's a cool acronym because it is SASS. And it's not SASS as in back talk, but that wouldn't be high vibrational. I'm talking about SASS as in lively and spirited and appealing. That's where I'm coming from. And I thought it was the perfect acronym for the people pleaser support group, right? The irony in there. And that's where we're going. We want to learn how to be our authentic self. Our authentic self is lively and spirited. And we don't want to be afraid to put that out there. We want the world to see it. The world is a better place with us in it if we are being our authentic self. All right, let's see what question we have next. From Under the Wide Sky, Jeanette. Okay. Can I join sessions randomly, or do I need to commit for a certain time or number of sessions? You don't have to commit. It's a month-to-month thing on Patreon. I have 2 links in my most recent videos, including this one. I have a link for Patreon, which will allow you to sign up on a month-to-month basis. You can cancel at any time, but that will give you 2 sessions a month, 2 SASS sessions every month, and each session is an hour and a half long, usually around the middle of the month and one at the end of the month. If you aren't comfortable with that, or you want to kind of test the waters out a little bit to see more about what it is about, then you can go to my heal.me link in the description, and it will allow you to sign up for 1 session at a time. And you can pick and choose, I think, which date. I've got, like, for the next few months, I've got several dates in there. So you can just choose one of those. I want you to keep in mind that if you book 1 session only for the Soul Aligned Sister Sanctuary, that it costs twice as much as if you were on Patreon. If you join the SASS sessions or a series of gatherings through Patreon, you get 2 for the price of 1. So that's how that's going to work. And yeah, the things that we will explore are going to be all of the above that I talked about in my opening spiel. And also, it's just going to be about us being in a container where we can speak our truth, talk about the things that we want to talk about, whether it's our trauma, where we want to heal, but it's going to be a container where we listen non-judgmentally. We don't try to fix anybody. We are there to support each other and connect and just be good listeners, because we all have our own GPS inside of us, our own inner wisdom. Our guides from on high are always here with us, guiding us and teaching us. So that is how I healed. because when I finally woke up to realizing that they were here helping me, even though I couldn't see them, even though I didn't recognize when I felt them, and even though I couldn't hear them at the time, but I realized that they were here helping me, and I started listening. I started tuning in. Like they say in some parts, religions or whatever, listen for the voice of God. And they say that, Jesus says that in A Course in Miracles, listen for the voice of God. And when I started doing that, is when I started healing. And I really don't think that I could have healed without them. I know I tried. I tried to heal without them for 5 decades. And I did some improvement, personal development and whatnot, accomplished, but it was not the way I really needed to go deep and heal. So there's that. I got off on a tangent there. Other things that we will be talking about, one that I mentioned earlier, feeling safe and trusting, authentic expression, feeling safe to be seen and heard, emotional awareness about emotional regulation, and validating ourselves to stop looking outside ourselves. And all those things like that. Sisterhood, of course, the connection in sisterhood is a big one for me, and I hope everyone else that is there would like to have a big connection in sisterhood. All right, let's see. Okay, I'm looking for the next question. Yeah, I am safe to be seen is a big one, and I was guided by my higher self to start with that one in Sunday's first session. Cool, I love it. Let's see. Okay, she's telling me that when she clicked on the Patreon link, she needed to click on the membership options to sign up for S.A.S.S. Okay, I'm thinking about, okay, thank you so much for letting me know that, Jeanette. Okay, I'll read it again. When Jeanette clicked on the Patreon link, and it took her to the website apparently, she then needed to click on the membership options to sign up because she wasn't already a member of Patreon. Okay. And then she was able to go, okay, something to that effect. She had to click on membership options to sign up for the S.A.S.S gathering. Thank you so much for letting me know that. So let's see if there's anything else. I think I've talked about everything. And I'm still thinking about offering energy healings for groups inside the S.A.S.S gatherings, maybe randomly, maybe not every session, but I will consider it. And Jeanette, let's see, what do you think about me pulling a card for the No Longer a People Pleaser Collective right now? I'm going to pull a card. Let me know what you think. Is that something you're comfortable with? Yes, please. Okay, I'm going to pull it from the Shaman's Dream Oracle. I love this deck. Okay. And let's see, what card do we need? What message do we need today, Spirit? Let me try. I have the 3 cards that I pulled for myself yesterday flipped over, so let me put them back right. And I'm going to shuffle just for a bit. What message do you have for us today, Spirit, that will help us as people pleasers to begin to making different choices, choosing new ways to communicate and love ourselves. And Archangel Michael, keep the energies high. Yeshua, be our gatekeeper. And always, I'm inviting in Mother Mary to hold our hands and our hearts in her heart. Divine Mother. All right, so let's see. Spirit, what card has a message that we need today? Let the card just pop right out, because I don't have room to spread them on this table with all this paperwork that I have up here. Spirit, what message do we need to hear for the People Pleaser Collective? That almost came out, but is that one wanting to come out? It jumped. Let me see if my finger wants to go to it. Okay, it did. And the card is, and this is the perfect card. Always right on time. I'll let you look at it. Let me get it straight here. Perfect storm, the courage to step into life. Is that not perfect for what we are looking for here? Okay. Perfect storm. Let me look at the card. And it's a 44. So 44 can be significant. I see loose feathers. This looks like a crow or a raven. Maybe it's a raven. I'll know when I read the guidebook. But what's interesting is the perfect storm is in his chest, like in his heart area. And this particular bird also has peacock feathers down here at the bottom of his tail feathers. And there's lots of stars, and there's lightning, and like a dead tree limb that he's perched on. Okay, let's read the guidebook, 44. I just think that is so cool. It's just a reinforcement that Spirit is here with us. This is not random. The courage to step into life. Okay. Perfect storm. An invitation to act now. Don't wait, act now. The courage to step into life, sheltering from turbulence. Those three main, in summary, is what this card is about, this message. When the perfect storm appears, it cautions you to be ready for an exciting, if turbulent, time. The winds are picking up, and you need to make sure that you are close to the eye of the storm, or you will be buffeted by gusts that may take you far from where you need to be. The key is to remain centered and balanced and bear witness as the forces build in intensity. Notice how the loose stuff, loose, L-O-O-S-E, notice how the loose stuff is starting to fly around, and recognize how little of it you truly need. Let go of those thoughts, beliefs, and attitudes that clutter your heart and cloud your mind. Then the storm will be absolutely perfect for you. If you wonder what you might lose during the perfect storm, know that it is those things we are most attached to that are taken first, as if life were trying to unburden us of our righteous self-importance. Let it all go with the wind. The less you resist the change brought by the perfect storm, the happier you will be. The less you resist the change that your intention to heal will activate. Ride the winds to your next destination. Embrace the rain or snow. Remember that every time you try to argue with nature, you lose. And I know that I have so many stories about that. Not nature verbatim, but metaphorically, all the things that I have tried to control and figure out. I finally got the lesson that I needed to let it go because it wouldn't happen as long as I was trying to figure it out. The perfect storm can also be a call for you to seize the moment. There might be a great opportunity that you need to take advantage of right now. Here, time is of the essence. It may be gone shortly, so do not hesitate. Go ahead, bite off more than you can chew, and take the storm on in all its terrifying greatness. I say that so many times in my videos. Face the fear head on, face to face. Experiencing the fullness of life. You will succeed. As long as you have that intention to heal from people pleasing and perfection and everything else that we've talked about on this channel, as long as you have that intention, you will heal. All right, I'm going to stop it there. Is there anything else in the comments that I want to address? Thank you so much for being here, Jeanette. I really appreciate you. Jeanette helped me sort out some of the technical issues on my website and with my links on heal.me. And she just gave me some tips for the Patreon also. So I really appreciate your help and your time, Jeanette. So thank you, everybody. I'm so grateful for all of you. And from my higher self and all my guides, we see you, we love you, we honor you, and we trust you. Blessed be, my heart-centered friends. Talk to you later.